Am I really different from any one of you out there who are suffering from addiction and alcoholism? I'm not. But I used to think that I was special and unique, and I used to believe that because I'm a soldier, or was a soldier, I'm retired now, but because I was a soldier and I could tough that out and I could go to combat and I could see the gruesome things that I've seen and get through my childhood as well, not to mention being homeless, that I could beat alcoholism on my own, and that I wasn't in trouble and that I wasn't a drunk because I was still functioning and I was still going to work and I was still performing my duties to the best of my ability. So I thought. And I was special, even when I got to Alcoholics Anonymous. And if that's not your thing, I understand that. AA is not for everybody, and it's not everybody's path to recovery, but it's mine. But when I got there, I thought I was a little bit different than everybody else, and that my situation just wasn't as bad as some of the ones I was hearing. And then some of the folks left and right of me, I don't even know why they're there. They don't have it that bad. Guess what? Today's daily reflection for 19 February 2021, I'm not different. Let's go. In the beginning, it was 4 whole years before AA brought permanent sobriety to even one alcoholic woman. Like the high bottoms, the woman said they were different. The skid rower said he was different. So did the artist and the professional people, the rich, the poor, the religious, the agnostic, the Indians and Eskimos, the veterans, and the prisoners. Nowadays, all of these and legions more soberly talk about how very much alike all of us alcoholics are when we admit that the chips are finally down. As Bill sees it, page 24. I cannot consider myself different in AA. If I do, I isolate myself from others and from contact with my higher power. If I feel isolated in AA, it is not something for which others are responsible. It is something I've created by feeling I am different in some way. Today I practice being just another alcoholic in the worldwide fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. A lot of us out there, folks, a lot of us, including you, I think, feel that we are a little bit different, and we feel that we have different circumstances. And, we can beat this on our own. We are special, and we're not like other people. I mean, I'm definitely not like the bum sitting outside of a liquor store begging for $5 to get another bottle. And I'm definitely not some high-class, affluent person who has gargantuan amounts of money and they could just throw money at the problems they have. I'm not like any of these folks. But when I sat with people in recovery of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it could be any group that you join where you have similar experiences, I found that our stories pretty much end up the same. Once we, alcoholics and addicts, hit a bottom that there's no way back from unless we do some work, we realize that our stories are all alike in some way or another, and we all suffer from the disease of alcoholism and addiction. I mean, it's just what it is. When I did separate myself by feeling that, I'm a little bit better than some folks and I'm not as, horribly off as some folks, I was missing out on what was important in their stories because I was simply just shutting off that switch and not listening to anything they had to say because I just thought I was special. The truth is, folks, and some of you aren't gonna like this, we're not different. I'm not different than anybody else. I am an alcoholic, and I could say that my addictive personality puts me in the same line with addicts. The difference only is that my story is a little bit different. And if you haven't heard my story before, I'm not just an alcoholic. That card is above. The point, people, is that by making myself feel that I was a little bit different than these folks, like I said, I missed out on some special stories that could help me in my life, some of their experience. And, once I came to that conclusion that I'm not different, that I am a just another alcoholic. And that sounds a little facetious, but no, that's not the right word, is it? It might be. When I found that, I'm not just I'm not special. I rambled that, but that's cool. It was easy for me to open my ears and to open my mind to other people's experiences and to receive the guidance and strength from my higher power. Now, you might not have your higher power in mind yet, and you might not believe in God, and that's all right. But there is a higher power working in your life, and believe it or not, that higher power walks with you regardless of what it is you're going through and offers those tools as you go. When I was going along, folks, and this is just a small tangent, when I was in my drunken madness, my insanity, there were so many times to where I should have been in jail, or I should have died, or I should have, been demoted and everything else. But I didn't have that happen. I didn't have to suffer that consequence because my higher power was protecting me. And what I mean by that is I have a firm belief that God looks out for drunks and fools, simply because our disease takes over what we're doing, and it's not an excuse, but we kind of don't know the better. We are sick, and that disease takes over, and the decisions we make while under the influence of that poison are definitely dramatically different than the ones we would make when we're not. How you like this Rona hair? This stuff is like way out of control. It's kind of like a football helmet now. That's all right. Am I different than you? No, I'm not. Are you different than the person left and right of you? No. Your story is. Your story is a little bit different, folks. And if you can relate to that the way that I have, this alcoholic, then you are able to receive so much more than you even think is available for you. And those resources will help you recover. Those resources will help you through your sobriety and allow your higher power to work in your life. That toolbox is there. All you have to do is, all right, this sounds harsh, shut up and listen, because you'll find that you're just like the person left and right of you. Again, your story is just a little bit different, folks. I love you all. I hope you have a nice day. I hope you receive some of this daily reflection the way it's supposed to be meant. And if you have a different way that you interpret it, drop your comment below so somebody can get some of that. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and go ahead and take a chance and subscribe if you want to, because there's something in each one of these daily reflections that I'm sure you can relate to, or maybe pass on to somebody who is suffering, or somebody who is a collateral damage of alcoholism or addiction. You guys have a nice day. Life's a garden. Dig it. Guess what? I'm gonna see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.